Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your January reading. I should say hello again because, this is reading number 2, as most of you probably already know. But anywho, we're going to go ahead and jump right into your reading, my friend. Let's see. All right. First card we have is, if I could look at it, the Emperor in the reverse. Oh, goodness. Then we have the Four of Swords. Did I show this to you? I don't even remember. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Then we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. First thing I heard with the Four of Swords, by the way, was unrest. It's always nice. Whoa, these are all in the reverse. Next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so the theme for the month being the Emperor in the reverse. We could literally be talking about the shadow aspects of a dude who, it could be a father figure. It could be, boyfriend, husband, whatever. It could be you yourself. This would be what we talked about in the last reading, the narcissistic Pisces, which is very terrifying, just saying, but not saying that's necessarily the case. Or it's just literally instability. It's let me say it in this regard. It's more or less in the month of January. This is a person or behavior or approach or what have you that you guys are going to be confronting head on this month, right? So the Emperor reverse, if it's literally like your behavioral patterns and the fact that you've been given a great deal of responsibility or you're in a leadership position, anything of the sort. And I mean, that could be a leadership position, not necessarily, I cannot talk. Not necessarily saying that you're like a CEO or something like that, but I mean, even as a parent, right? You're in some sense of position where you have responsibilities, and with this being in the reverse, it's pointing to the shadow aspects of like a blatant disregard of these responsibilities. Another way we could look at this is literally a stewardship, right? In your life, there's many things that you are the steward over, whether it's your finances, it's your home, like everything it is that you have in your life that you are grateful for, but it's taking such things for granted, right? It's, not appreciating them or mismanaging them or just literally your life in general, disorganization wise, and more or less what the focus would be this month, or what you would want your focus to be, is getting this energy in more of the positively aspected sense. So it's gaining control. Now, I'm not necessarily surprised with this because with it being January, we're still dealing with residual energies from 2019. And of course, the whole theme of this year falls under the energy of what the Emperor is, number 4. So we're talking about building foundations. So really what you guys would want to be doing is being in a sense of reflection and unearthing things. And like the wonderful word that I got when I did you guys reading last year, the Woke Book, that is coming out. And that's something that can help you guys really get tangible action steps for your plan moving forward. So I'm seeing this in a sense of like more or less acknowledging what it is that's off kilter, what's off balance, right? And putting in the time, energy, effort, and attention to rectify said things. Now, our past influence being the Four of Swords, we're talking about, like I said, unrest. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. So it's things being kind of topsy-turvy and off kilter, but it's not really taking the time to deal with them. Because often, which is actually counterproductive, it seems to be helpful in so many words. Whenever we're dealing with conflict and issues or things that we can't seem to figure out or things that are painful or what have you in life, the first reaction is to run, right? And saying this in a sense of going forward. It's like, this is my present. This is where I'm at now. I'm not liking this. I want to move forward. I want to get away from this, right? But the thing that we don't think about is the conflict or the chaos, the calamity, whatever it is. It's there for a reason. Every problem has a solution. You know what I mean? So it's you running away from it, but it's like the problem not being solved. So much like I said with Capricorn, which I think because, we're under Capricorn energy, I think it would behoove everyone to watch that because there may be some things in there that can help you, like what I'm telling you now. What you skip will trip you up later. Now, I'm fully aware this is not the Seven of Swords, but still, it's the same essence. It's the fact that unrest lies in unresolved issues, right? Challenges have answers. It's uncomfortable to face them, absolutely. But that's kind of like one of those cycles that's trying to be broken this year. It's like running away from stuff is not really going to fix anything. It gives you the illusion of it, but you're still going to have to deal with it. So instead of like bringing a bad habit as such into this year, it's more or less like pumping your brakes, looking back, seeing what's not working, what is the root of the unrest, and dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So the roadblock for this month is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So in so many words, we could just be really literal with it. It's like, I'm not happy. That's it. It's not being happy. It's like not living a life that's fulfilling, not living a life that's in alignment with your truth. So far, Pisces, why this is so important that we take this into account is that, like, all of this into account, because all of your cards are in the reverse, all of them. So we're dealing with all shadow aspects. And so just one goal, one goal in 2020 is maneuvering out of these shadow aspects, maneuvering out of these conflicting energies, in so many words, and knowing that you have the right to be happy, right? I feel any blockade or obstacle that you guys have endured up to this point in your life, it was never really so much like a change of perspective, which is what 2019 was really about. Is this would offer you guys insight to every single roadblock you've ever found on your path throughout your life, not being about like, oh, great, here again, another thing. No, it was a consistent reminder that the path that you're on isn't making you happy, it isn't serving you, and to do something about it. But instead, if we continue to run away from the conflict, we go into denial and refuse to face the fact that we're extremely unhappy, that we're in unrest, that we hate our lives, that we hate our job, that we hate our partner, whatever the case may be. It's like, as long as you run from that, that's as long as that's going to continue to be your reality, right? And it's more or less saying that this year, this month, which would manifest into this year, it's giving you an opportunity to turn the tables for yourself, to, instead of trying to maintain, when we're looking at possibilities here with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, instead of trying to maintain or suppress your truth while trying to, carry the torchlight for someone else's, it's electing to put their torch out and to finally light yours. I feel that every human being in existence owes that to themselves, right? And it's interesting because, like, taking into account how you guys' reading went yesterday, it's like, that's some epic shiznit, you know what I mean? That's like some very divine intervention type stuff. But it's like, I just really feel, and I'm saying this speaking as the child of a Piscean mom, you know what I'm saying? It's like, my mom, goodness gracious, I love her to death. But it's like, as an adult, and I tell this all the time and she always laughs, it's like the level of self-sacrifice that my mother possesses, my God, it's like the woman's like a damn martyr. You know what I'm saying? It's like she will put everyone before herself. And I mean, as a kid of her, my brother as well, we're hella thankful for the sacrifices that she made, for us. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You gotta live your life. It's like, some of the things you did, I wouldn't have did that for me, and I'm me. I'm just saying. Because I think about, as a kid, or God forbid, a teenager, Jesus, how extremely unappreciative I was for all of the sacrifices that my mother made for me. You know what I'm saying? But yet and still she did them. And I say that to say, knowing just the energy that you guys possess, it's like you would give up, lay out, this is like my new favorite catchphrase, you would lay out on the cross for people. But there has to be limits to that, because if you spend decade after decade after decade doing that, thinking that someone will pay you back, doing it with the hopes of, you know what I mean? Shout out to you saints out there. If you're like, oh, I don't ever expect anything in return, good for you. But other than that, dude, it's like, you can't sacrifice yourself for the benefit of other people, because there's nothing in that. Like, there's literally no gift in that. Thankfully for my mom, it's like, I grew up and was like, had a kid and was like, Jesus, wow, I was an ungrateful son of a gun. But not everybody gets that. There's lots of people who make sacrifices, and not to say that you are making sacrifices expecting something in return, but I mean, like I said in one of our live streams before, only give to people from your overflow. Never give to people from your reserves. If you look at your energy as like a cup that runneth over, you give the runneth over, not what's in the cup, because that's for you. And you don't want to give what's for you to someone else, because then what you got for you? A whole bunch of nothing. And you're sitting here like this, all your cards in the reverse, shadow aspects and things. It's like, don't deplete yourself or deprive yourself of happiness, because it's like you deserve that. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to do stuff that you want to do. You deserve to do stuff that's best for you. I'm just saying, okay? Not going to fuss at you too much. So we're going to go ahead and throw the dice of resonance, if I can get these suckers out of here. So you can ask a yes or no question now if you like, Pisces. All right, we have Gemini, we have Moon, we have Libra, we have family, and the answer to your question is yes in a few weeks. So family, Libra, Gemini, Moon, and yes in a few weeks. And we're going to throw the dice that have no name and what's not or whatever. Choose you this month, Pisces. I'm just saying. Oh my God. And it really? That's what we're doing? I'm scared to knock all of my lighting over. Okay. Oh, that's fascinating. It's Cancer. Yeah, go ahead and get the Woke book. Go to my website and sign up for that. Because I feel like that's going to be of utmost importance to you guys. For real, for real. But this is interesting because I'm looking at this. It's the Cancer symbol, but I usually would just look at it and be like, oh, Cancer. But my attention is being brought to the 6 and the 9 that I'm seeing here in the Cancer symbol. And if you guys have been following this whole little path that we're on leading to the Woke book that you guys, energy, had me come up with and things, y'all got to get it, man. I'm so serious. That is so fascinating. You guys, I would even go as far as to say, because where the 6-9 comes in, aside from the whole 3-6-9 thing or whatever, and if you haven't watched the little three-peat, I would say do that too. But this is like my symbol of the importance of 2016 and 2019 mirroring each other, you know? So that's the Cancer sign has inadvertently become the sign of the people who fall in that category of the mirror effect with those 2 years. And then we have the number 9, funny. And then we have North Node, the North Node, and what's not all, whatever. Let's see here, North Node. You're now learning something new about your destiny, where you're going, what you're developing, that you will carry forward, your legacy. It's a beautiful thing, Pisces. That's what I'm saying, man. This is like, I told everyone, it's like it's a new freaking book. You get to write your own freaking story going forward. This is what you're leaving behind. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, the number 9 is the Hermit. So that's your major arcana for the month. What better one? And it says, in every moment, life offers an opportunity for personal growth and development. Indeed it does. And I feel that that is more or less the most important focus for you all this month. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, if y'all are trying to slay the year and things, this is what you want to do, peoples. This is what you want to do. So, I'm about to go over to Vimeo to do the shadow aspects of you guys extended and whatnot, but Pisces, your innovation is insane. Spirit keeps changing things up on me, which is kind of giving me unrest and aggravating me, because it's like, so you said do this, but then I'm doing it, but then you keep switching stuff up, and it's like, so what are we doing, you know? But it's forcing me to slow down. It's forcing me to be more aware, blah, 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 learning lessons in front of my stubbies and things. You know what I'm saying? We're in the same boat, my friend. So anywho, person of interest for our extended, you know? This is our good old card. We have the glass ceiling, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to pull your cards for the extended before we go over to good old Vimeo. You know what I'm saying and what's not or whatever, my friend. All right, we have the Hierophant in the reverse. Good Lord. The Hanged Man. Oh, I love the synchronicity, Pisces. Thank you for this experience yet again. Then we have the Death card, Sweet Mother of Goodness. And then we have, if I can pick you up, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So in the extended, Pisces, we're going into your shadow aspects. If you're about that life, follow me over there. If not,